So let's get this project started. Where do you start when it comes time to mark your boundary lines? Some of you may be fortunate enough to have a survey that was completed in the last few years, and it's easy to follow, and you can find your corners and you can find the lines that have been chopped. Others may have not have had those lines marked in 30, 40 years, and the last time you were on there was when you walked it with your grandfather or your grandmother, and they showed you where the corners were. But time has a way of erasing those memories. So where do you start? Well, you go to the Register of Deeds. You can do it online, or you can go in person and pull up that deed and have it printed off to see where your corners are, where your lines are, and that's the best place to start. Next thing is to locate the corners. Let's take a look at some of the ways people locate corners. They be located with an iron pipe. On the deed, it will say IP for iron pipe. They can be an iron pipe. They can be an axle from a car. They can be a pile of rocks. And in some of the old deeds, they actually call for a tree that's standing there, which probably has fallen down and rotted over the years. But an iron pipe in the ground, usually 3 to 4 inches above the ground. Some of them are even below the ground, requiring the use of an iron locator to find them. Once you find the corners, you may find evidence, as we call it. 3 chops put in here by our machete. Surveyors will do this, where they literally take the machete and they put a big chop in the tree. 3 chops indicate a corner. These chops are facing the corner and the rock. They are witnessing the corner. Surveyors will put 3 ribbons with the knots facing the corner, witnessing the corner. And in this case, we also put 3 bars, 1, 2, 3, that witness the corner. That's the best place to start. So once you've located the corners, or a corner, no matter which one you start at, you can take your compass and you can look at that deed and put that bearing in there and get as straight as line as you possible can do and walk that. It's going to take 2 people. It's easier to do in the wintertime because the leaves are off and you can see that other person down there. And tell that person to wear orange so you can see them. But it does take 2 people to walk that line to see if you can keep going until you find the next corner. A compass works great. Not sure what your declination would be, but once you get it right, it becomes easier and easier. If you can't do it, unable to do it, you get a surveyor to do it, or you can get a registered consulting forester to help find that line and get that line marked. That's important. Even though you find your corners, you've got to know that line that connects corner to corner, or you'll zigzag and you'll miss it. So it's important to start. That's how we start, with a deed, finding one corner and proceeding on for there. Looking for evidence. Even down the line, you may see chops and trees and paint. So that's number 1, and getting ready to get this work done. I'm Rhett Davis with the North Carolina Tree Farm Program.